He should be doing what he does best, which is to run a fake news factory. The reality is that these people are now anti-India itself. The reality is that India is making them uncomfortable. The reality is that they don't even understand the repercussions of what has happened. They're still trying to come to terms with the fact that it is going to be BJP versus India. It is going to be their ideology versus India. It's going to be NDA versus India. And the reality is that what is India? India represents a large section of our people. It represents the voices of the poor, the oppressed, the middle class, the absolutely marginalized, the tribals and the Dalits. And that's what's making them uncomfortable. But the reality is that we believe Judega Bharat or Jeetega India, and which is why they are a worried lot.
Assam, Bharat, British named our country as India. We must strive to free ourselves from colonial legacy. Our forefathers fought for Bharat and we will continue to work for Bharat.
I feel sorry for the Assam Chief Minister. In order to stay in the news and be relevant, he sometimes makes very silly statements, not befitting of a Chief Minister. He tries to change his Twitter bio in which he was using India all along. I should actually turn around and ask him, when is BJP changing its official handle, BJP for India? When is it making it something else? Why did the BJP go on to have a Skill India, a Startup India, a Digital India, a Khelo India? Were they not talking about this country? The problem with the BJP is that they understand very little. Some of their leaders are hell-bent on making fools of themselves, and that's what Hemanta Biswa Sarma does repeatedly. And in fact, I would go a step further to say that if you have an issue with India, accept it and please go to Pakistan instead.
Lalan Singh Zedi, who has brought everyone together, can never be angry.
Absolutely, he's absolutely right. Why will he be angry? It is a fertile imagination of some very, very useless minds. I don't think there is any problem there. I think Nitish ji attended the meeting. Both Nitish ji and Lalu ji had to leave early because of their plane, and so they left. But the reality is it was a very fruitful conversation. There were lots of ideas discussed. There was a resolution passed which echoes the sentiment in the country. There was a name decided for the alliance. Everybody's blessings are on it. It's the fertile imagination of some futile minds, some in the media, some on BJP's payrolls, and some within the BJP trying to spread this news. It doesn't impact us. You are up against India now, and India will always win.
After maintaining support only the BSP, so that no other alliance can form a strong government, and BSP will fight in 5 coming elections alone.
I think Behan Mayawati ji has to decide if she represents the weaker sections, the oppressed, if she claims to be the voices of the Dalits, of the underprivileged. What is she planning to do about it? And how long will she continue to play Team B of the BJP? It is time that she decides what her role in Indian politics is going to be. It is time she decides that people from the oppressed sections need to be heard, and they will be best heard, and they will have a seat on the table, and they do have a seat on the table as far as India is concerned. India is where the voices of those people belong. She needs to keep aside her petty political differences. She needs to stop being scared of the BJP and come join us. You know, the reality is that this is again a futile debate that people in the media have begun. I think we have a very good alliance, 26 parties coming together, which represents every section, every region, every language of this country, deciding on a name together, deciding on a resolution together, standing up for the same thing, standing up to save the constitution. We will come to deciding things when we have to cross the river. We are still not on the bridge. When we have to cross the river, we will decide. The reality is that the Prime Minister and his government are so rattled by seeing what India is upcoming to be that they've had to go back to the drawing table, and from Ek Akela, they've now had to collect a motley group of 38 parties, 24 of whom have 0 MPs. So I like how rattled they are. I like how frightened they are. And this is the fright of the might of people of India.
नमस्कार, मैं हूं मानक गुप्ता। अगर आपको हमारा ये वीडियो पसंद आया हो तो इसे लाइक और शेयर जरूर करें। और हां, हमें सब्सक्राइब और फॉलो करना ना भूलें, ताकि आप देश और दुनिया की कोई खबर मिस ना करें। तो जुड़े रहिए हमारे साथ और देखते रहिए न्यूज़ 24।